Okay, it's just a overview on a new role-playing game that has been announced a while ago. I would say a few months ago. Free League announced that they are working on Blade Runner, and to my surprise, it's their Kickstarter is already up. So they've already got 7,816 backers, and yeah, I believe this has just launched, so it's going to do really well. Funded in 3 months. So I generally think that they set their goals quite low as far as their funding goals. Not sure what the target there is, but let's have a look at this Kickstarter. So I'm probably not going to run the audio on that, just so that we don't get any copyright claims. But yeah, the art in this game looks incredible. I don't think they could have chosen a better fit for it. So visually, it's practically an art book, which a lot of these role-playing games are. But this is absolutely stunning, and they've captured the theme and the mood of Blade Runner perfectly. A detective noir cyberpunk feel. I'm really looking forward to that. Let's have a look at what is on offer on Kickstarter. So there's a little bit of introduction. So this is the Blade Runner role-playing game, a neo-noir wonderland that'll take your breath away, one way or another. So I won't go through and read everything, but let's just have a look at some of the stuff. So that's just generally the layout of how the book's going to look. So it's very gritty, where we had the One Ring was very sort of, I would say, clean and open, and it had a very traditional handcrafted aesthetic to it, which obviously fits the fantasy, low fantasy setting. So there's some bonuses for early pledge. What is the bonuses? You get an art print, a bonus art print. Okay. So I'm curious how that bonus art print looks, what size that is. But yeah, if you pledge within 24 hours of the launch, which is still the case because it just went live, then you get this bonus art print, which you can probably put on your wall. I'd love to know the size of that though. And what medium is that? Is that just on paper, or is that on what's that on? But yeah, pretty neat. Nice incentive. So yeah, we got a clue that it's not all going to be dark and gritty. They're going to have these full spread graphic images, which will create nice contrast to the rest of the book. So it's officially licensed, and what is the original? There's the original book, I believe, was called not the RPG book. The actual book was called "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?" Now, I have another book which I haven't. I've got the audiobook which I haven't listened to yet. I think is that Neuromancer? I think so. So I must have a look at Neuromancer. So it's very, it's completely related to this. I'm not sure where Neuromancer fits in, if it's the same book rebranded or a different book. Let me have a look quickly. What do they say about Neuromancer? One moment, and I'll have a look quickly. Where does Neuromancer fit into the picture of Blade Runner? Okay. So Neuromancer is a 1984 science fiction novel. Okay. So I'm presuming that Neuromancer is different to Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? It seems to be two, I would say, similar books. Do androids dream? Let's see what they say. Yeah, so they're different. So there's something to look at. Another one is Altered Carbon, very similar setting. And yeah, I think those three. Do androids dream of electric sheep, which was then rebranded as Blade Runner when the film came out, and Neuromancer and Altered Carbon. Really great source material to set the tone and the mood and get you excited. So basically, Blade Runners, if you haven't watched the movie, you've got these agents that are hunting replicants, which are these androids. They're humanoid, they look like humans, so very much like sort of Ghost in the Shell kind of stuff, but more gritty. Alright, so there's a bit of a warning, so it's quite dark content. Curious to see where they're going to go with that. There's another spread of the book, so once again, nice to see that they're using some cool colors, so it's not all gritty, but it's also not too over excessively vibrant. They're going to have that sort of Neo-Tokyo cyberpunk colors in this, I'm pretty sure, here and there. So there's an example of what you're going to get in the starter set. So there's some cases you can work on. That's nice. That's the core rulebook. I don't think they're doing a deluxe version of the book, not from what I can see. Really nice layout. Newspaper, front page of the newspaper. Is this the deluxe? Oh, I take that back. Here's the deluxe. That's a deluxe edition of the book. So a holographic full stamp there. And that'll be exclusive to the Kickstarter. So backers will get the PDF of the book as soon as it's available, as well as the starter set ahead of the sort of release of the printed copy. So that's a similar thing that they did for the One Ring. That's the Lord of the Rings role-playing game. I like the fact that they put that folded origami icon on the dice. It's such an iconic, I would say, symbology from the movie. So they got the rules using the Year Zero engine. From what I heard, they really customized it for this game. So just the way that they were talking about it, how they've adapted that rules system for Blade Runner, has got me really intrigued. It sounds like they've done some extremely exciting stuff with it, and I'm curious to see how that plays out regarding, interacting with NPCs and clues and maybe your character's psychological mindset, or determining if somebody's a replicant or not, or maybe interrogating an NPC. I'm curious to see how all of this plays out. This system has been adapted for that. We've got some stretch goals. So key memory tables. So that's interesting. I wonder what the memory tables will be. There's a nice map. Love maps. Bonus character archetype. City speaker. That's cool. Custom dice. That's a staple. Especially, I'm sure that you can use normal dice, but yeah, why would you? Case generator tables. So that's probably the most exciting thing that I've seen in these stretch goals. Is the case generator. I love stuff that I can just sit down in a solo capacity and just generate tables. Or if you're playing with a group, you don't have to do, I actually like zero prep for a game, and just let what the player's decisions tell the narrative, and then you can just use case generator use this case generator tables to sort of create some content for them to interact with. Initiative cards. I like that Free League is using cards a lot. They used it for the One Ring, and they've used it for Twilight 2000, so excited about that. Another bonus archetype, Doxy. Crime scene photos, that's nice. I hope they do a lot of those. Those would be great visual cues, just to sort of set the tone. I really like that. It gives you that board game feel. So this is a close-up on the blaster. It's a photo handout. What? You can find hidden clues in the photos? Okay. That is crazy. That is crazy. No way. Okay, so that just this, apart from the case generator tables, the fact that they're doing there's hidden clues in the photo handouts, so you're actually going to sit there and try to find clues when looking in the images. That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So they what is that? There's it's kind of like a Where's Waldo kind of game, where you got to kind of look at these images and try to deduct what's happened in the scene. I'm just gonna have a look quickly here. I'll tell you now what the board game is called. Let me have a look quick. One moment. Okay, so it's called Micro Macro. It's a board game where you looking at these sort of Where's Waldo kind of pictures, all these characters, and you're sitting there trying to determine who killed who and who stole what and what the narrative is. There's other things similar to that, like the Exit games. They've got these puzzles, and you build these 4 puzzles, and while you're building them, you're trying to sort of solve the story and figure out what happened. Really great. I can't believe that they're doing this in this game, and I really hope they lean hard into that. That it's not a missed opportunity. This is crazy. Okay, I'm going to move on, but that's a big surprise for me. That the snake pit. So that's just giving some more information about the snake pit, sort of location. Virtual tabletop edition. So that's the fact that the tabletop edition will be converted. The board game will be converted for a virtual tabletop edition. Map handouts. Those are cool. Electric Dreams. All right. NPC mugshot cards. That's cool. I like all these board game elements, the cards, stuff like that. You can get your own sort of NPC. Is this the one? Yep. Get your own pet, your animal. Animoid row. So that's cool. Newspaper handouts. That's nice. Some detail about the car. Closer look. Additional dice. That's nice. Some information about the motorcycle. And case maneuver cards. So it just shows you that there's a lot to this game. So there's obviously, when you're pursuing somebody, how that plays out. So this, just from playing the One Ring and having a look at this, you just see that this is a completely different game. Now, obviously, the One Ring doesn't use the Year Zero engine, but from what I've seen from the other games that use the Year Zero engine, they have used that as the foundation, but they've created something completely unique on top of that. So just another example of the spread, and yeah, you can see the other games that they create. Now, I'm not a fan of what is that? Mogwog. That's like a very blasphemous game. So as a Christian, that doesn't sit well with me. So some of the content that Free League creates leans towards the cult, and I'll just outright kind of draw the line there. I am very selective on what content I play. So there's the One Ring. I enjoy that. There's Twilight 2000, and we're now looking at Blade Runner. Those are the ones that really catch my eye, and I enjoy those. Would you say settings? So here's shipping. Just give you an idea of what you're going to get how's it going to impact your wallet. And there's some information about Free League and Alcon Entertainment. So they must, yeah, so they are obviously the co-founders that worked with Free League to get this game going. About Genuine Entertainment, so that must be another company that they worked with. And here's just a text-only summary of everything. Okay, and then lastly, let's look at what your pledges will look like. Let's just get it back to... Let's leave it there. Alright, so you can pledge the Ada reward. That's if you're feeling generous. Just throw money at them. You can pledge for the core rulebook and the starter set in PDF format. So that's so if you're not phased or on a limited budget. So if you're not phased getting the book, that is, you play digitally anyways. Then for those that actually like to hold the book in their hands, like me, you get the core rulebook printed, and then you get the PDF of that and the starter set. So you don't get the starter set physical format, just the core rulebook. Then you get the core rulebook and the starter set in printed format and the PDFs that go with it. And in this one, so you get the limited edition rulebook in this one, the starter set and the PDFs. So this one's the difference is you're getting the limited edition core rulebook. And what's this one? Oh, this is for retailers only. So it seems like that one includes the stretch goals, that one includes the stretch goals, that does. So they all include the stretch goals. Okay, so that's a quick look at the Blade Runner RPG that's coming. And yeah, I look forward to diving deeper into this at a later date. Okay, take care. Bye.